Hello friends, this is Alvin from the shop here in downtown Pomona, presenting to you my Oden deck profile, which I used to get a top 8 at Top Choice Gaming, securing this really nice mat. See this here? Yeah. In this video, we will be going over my strategy, my matchups, and any additional comments I want to make or changes. And without further ado, let's get right into it. In the beginning part of this video, we will be going over my deck list, starting with 4 Yamatos. This is our main attacker in the entire deck. I like to call this deck the Yamato swing because we prioritize attacking only with Yamato and only with other cards if we're trying to get rid of their board. Next up, we play 2 Kinemons. This is our extender and our turn 3 drop, and he lets us get multiple attacks off in a single turn. And we have 2 kids. This is our life protector, our wall, our extender, and a big hitter all in one. 2 is good enough, would not change this number. And we have resource cards. We play 4 Raizo. Raizo is also a technical primary attacker. You're going to be attacking with him a lot to draw 1 card. He doesn't have to be at 5k to deal damage or to get his effect off. You just need to be able to attack with him. After that, we play 4 Momonosuke. He's our 1-drop, our turn 1 play, or our turn 2 play. Gets us all of our Wano cards because we have a lot of Wano cards in our deck. And also he counts as a rested body for when we attack a Raizo. Next up, we play 4 Bonnies because we also play a Supernova package in here. It's just like Momonosuke, pretty self-explanatory. Then our secondary attacker, we will have 2 Basil Hawkins. Basil is really good in a mirror match. He's really good when you're trying to clear boards, when you have Okiku on the board, as well as Izo or Neko to tap down your opponent's cards. And then our other card, we play 2 Okiku. As said earlier, you rest your opponent's cards, you deal with their laws, their queens, they have a Basil Hawkins as well, and it sets up Basil. Then we have the tapper cards. These tap cards on play that are 3 LS, 4 of them. I think this is absolutely mandatory in green decks. Just a wonderful card. Then we also play 4 Izo, same thing as Neko, except she can hit 1 higher, and she's a 2k counter. And then we play 4 Scratchman Apu. We don't really use him for his attacking effect. We primarily use him just because he's a 2k counter, and we can add him with Bonnie. Now we have our blocker lineup, because every deck has blockers. We play 4 Capone, 1-drop, easy to play, doesn't cost too much, because we have our leader effect, very self-explanatory. Then we follow that with 4 Blocker Killer. This is probably one of the better cards in our deck. Your opponent will always be playing around this card, usually when you give him a Dawn. If you have 2 of them on board, it gets even better. Ideally, you want to play this early when you have Momo, Raizo, later into the game if you have a kid, because then it's even more difficult for them to choose whether or not they want to attack the kid and give you a card. And then our last, we play 2 Penguins, 2 Sachis. These cards are amazing. They play each other if you don't have the other one already on the board. And you can play this off a kid and get 6 cost worth of cards for free. And then our last 2 cards are our counter cards. Play 2 Paradise Waterfalls. This is a great card sometimes, especially when you're playing, if you want to play it, 7-drop kid. I primarily used it because it had Wano. It has a nice trigger, and you can add it, and also it'll help us protect our Yamato in the event that we do not have kid. If you've made it to this part of the video, we will now be discussing my matchups for the day. There was a total of 63 players and 6 rounds. I finished 4th after Swiss with a record of X1, playing against 5 Zoro players and 1 kid player. Ideally, red is like a really good matchup for us because we can clear their board, and once we have the kid up, they're never going to be able to touch your life. And then you just make them waste resources until you have the Yamato, and then you use Yamato to swing. You do not attack with anybody else. Going forward, there will be changes made to this deck, specifically Paradise Waterfall, the card did perform and do its job, but it also at the same time underperformed because I only saw it a few times, and most of the times when I had it, I just used it to discard. I would probably replace it with another Penguin and Sachi to give myself more blockers. Thank you for watching my Oden deck profile. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell if you want future notifications for when we post new deck profiles. And also special thanks to Top Choice Gaming for having me, the shop for sponsoring me, and all my friends for participating in that tournament with me. Thank you and good night.
Tamago. Iyo yoi no yoi de kutte soro. Niete nambuno. Oden ni soro.